So to wrap up our discussion of this set of slides about FutureTask, let's talk about the pros and cons. First, let's talk about the pros and cons of our updated Prime Checker app. So this fixes a limitation with the previous version, namely that the Memoizer in the earlier version relied on Java 8 features. And so as a result, we were stuck if we were using earlier versions of Java. Now, having said that, the whole rest of the implementation used Java 8 features too. So we'd have to rewrite this thing a bit more to get rid of Java 8 altogether. But as we talked about, we still have this problem where the concurrent hash map will keep growing and growing and growing over a long period of time if we keep adding key value pairs to it, and it'll grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it never cleans itself up. So something we will do later, probably or almost certainly after the break, is we'll talk about how you could use the Java scheduled executor service in order to solve this particular problem. And it's super, super cool. Speaking of FutureTask, this is the code that we used to implement this ComputeIfAbsent-like check. We called it compute value, but basically it was doing all of this stuff. And this is cool, but it's also rather crufty to have to work through all those details. It's very subtle. So the good news is with Java 8 and beyond, they replaced the need for this kind of code with just a simple call to ComputeIfAbsent, which does the same exact thing. It just doesn't require you to have to write all that code. So if you're using earlier versions of Java, you're stuck with this kind of thing. If you're using modern versions of Java, you can use this. So hopefully that's another incentive to move to the newer stuff, because it's a lot cleaner and pushes the complexity into the class libraries, the concurrent collection, rather than having to do it yourself.